taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Buckeyes will kick it away to start us off. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Back to pass, it's Ramos. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Trying play action. This time he's got his man. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Pressure coming. Chucked it away just as he was hit.
Well, he did what he was coached to do. He threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Spits it out to the back. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
You got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Offense in a bunch formation. He's looking to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Now the play fake. Keeps looking downfield. Just led him a little too far across the sidelines. Couldn't make the catch in bounds. It's incomplete.
And I know it wasn't successful there, but you can go back to last week. Like, they're going to throw this man the football. They find creative ways to get him the ball. Really good coaches get their playmakers the ball in space, and that's what I like about this offense. I bet they come back to him and find a way to throw him the football somewhere.
Well, it's not quite the start this offense wanted to have on third down. It's their first opportunity. That one falls incomplete. They're going to have to be better on those critical downs as this game goes on.
Punt is in the air on fourth down. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Oh, they're after him. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on third and long. Dropping back, it's Ramos. Quick strike complete. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block back. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
That's caught. It's Bird. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Looking downfield on first down. He's got him. Out of bounds at the very edge of the red zone at the 20.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. From the gun, give on the inside. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Looking to throw for it. Pocket breaking down. Zings it complete to the right. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. Back to throw, it's Ramos. And they can't make the play on third down.
And on money down defensively, you've got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
Dead center perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down.
this drive comes from the 14-yard line. They'll try the left side. Fights off a defender.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. And if you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Buckeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
The Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. To the ground to try to move the chains. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Trying to get the corner. Got enough for the first. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And the Buckeyes with the 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. Oh, he's got some space. Brought down at the 21-yard line. A 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now.
That's a really nice run right there. One of the things I love about him, he runs with such physicality and with the toughness. Do you think Woody Hayes, the great Ohio State coach, would have loved to have this guy in his backfield? His running style just marries so well with that. When you think about Ohio State and their tradition at running back, right? With all the athletes they've had throughout the decades, this guy was meant to play in the shoe.
Wants to go up top. He's got him still on his feet. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Well, this tight end can run these crossing patterns, and he can catch the ball against man coverage or zone coverage. That time, nice job seeing the ball in, helping his QB out.
With the run on 1st and goal. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football.
Big guy tries to barrel in. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
And they've moved their way down, but still they need 2 more yards. Can they bang it in with the running game on 3rd down? They're going to run it. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on 4th down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
Quarterback may change this route. He wants it all. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. He's at the 50. Past the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And talk about a turn of events. 4th and goal. The defense is able to step up. They're not just going to swat this thing away. force the incompletion and get the offense back on the field. No, they're picking it off, and they're taking it all the way back for a touchdown. If they win this game, you're going to point back to that play right there as the play that made the difference.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Thomas. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Running to the left. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Might be changing the route. Second down, they'll go to the air. He fires to the left side. He's got it on the outside. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
Wow, they've been waiting for that play, right? They haven't been throwing it a lot. They've been real sluggish. They've got no points on the scoreboard, and now they come up with an explosive play in the passing game to get them in a position to score some points here, hopefully a touchdown, before this first half closes out.
Showing off that power as he plows ahead to the 38.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
The Buckeyes in a good spot here with second and short. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. He gets it inside the 40, but he'll be stopped at the 39. Not wide enough to move the sticks, and it's fourth down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Fourth down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's complete to the left. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Past the first down marker and still running. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. The officials move it 5 yards back, and it's 1st and 15 for this offense. Give to the running back. He breaks a tackle. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down.
I think a trait of a running back that you really look for is a guy that can bust tackles. Man, a guy that can make something out of nothing when it's not there. And just a really good job breaking the tackle, continuing to keep the play alive, and never quit.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3 spot before the break.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. They'll try the run. Shut down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way for this defense to wind up the quarter. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. Coming out with it, it's Thomas. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Out there. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out and get a stop and change the complexity of this game.
He's got him in the flat. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
On third down, he drops to throw. He's going for a big play downfield. Oh, it's picked off. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. It's Ramos. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the third quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Hauls it in at the 25. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Really good coverage by this defense. They were aware of everyone on the field, and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to him. They braked on it, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause him.
Breaks into the open. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Making side adjustments here. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little bit.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Looking to pass. It's Ramos. Got his man. Drills him with the stiff arm. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. To the air on first down. Using the quick game. Out of bounds at the 49-yard line, but not before getting it into opponent territory.
Guys out in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Got his man downfield. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
And that's a huge third down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
Running behind that left side. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Looking for a man, it's Ramos. Setting up the screen. Turning it on. Smashes ahead. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
One of the things I love about this guy is he's so hard on himself. Did a lot of good things last week, but he also threw 1 interception. He said that just ate away at him all week long. Coming into this game, he wanted to play perfect. No picks so far today. He's doing just that.
Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. A run for the quarterback. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Alabama! That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Back to pass. Fires to the tight end. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a 1st down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium for this offense.
And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down.
And they get the completion, and they get out of bounds, which is obviously important to stop the clock. But what's really important now is it's 4th down. And that made it more manageable, but obviously the clock is not as important as making sure you get this 4th down conversion.
On 4th down, looking to pass. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
All right, so they fail on that fourth down, but the game is not over yet. There's still time. Defense has to get the ball back quickly. Offense is going to have to score quickly. You have to execute now.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31.
And you can tell, all eyes on this dude. Like, this defense is dialed in. They're going to try to continue to stop the run. You can tell, Palmer, it's the main focus of this defense.
Yeah, when we know with this offense, too, they go how this guy goes, and they've just never been able to really get him into a rhythm in this game. And you have to give the credit to the defense. They've been more physical at the point of attack. They've had a good game plan, and the offense just has not been able to counterpunch.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big third down stop by this defense.
And it's another tackle for loss for this defense. I'll tell you, they came into this game knowing they had to shut this guy down. He's one of the best in the nation. They've given him the ball a bunch. He's just had nowhere to run. And I don't think anybody expected him to struggle as much as he had so far in this game.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. At this point in the game, and this crowd knows this is a huge field goal attempt. And it's right down the boulevard. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
Just a tremendous return. Great run, great speed and vision to really set up this offense. He almost got totally loose on that one. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Unloads it left. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. This one's complete. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Wants to go up top on first down. Looking left. Got him downfield. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
And that's the exact opposite what this defense wants. When you have the lead, you can't give up an explosive play or back-to-back explosive plays. Play the coverage where you've got multiple...
Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. They'll run it from the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Wants to throw. It's Ramos. It's complete on the right side. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
How about that? You got the lead late in the game, get some first downs, salt this clock away. This is the exact position you want your offense in.
Imposing their will, right, David? I mean, we know we're running it. You know we're going to run it. We're trying to ice this game. There's nothing you can do to stop us.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team coming to fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to